Hello, I am back trying another keto donut recipe on my search for a great keto donut. So I'm going to make three donuts. Two of them are going to be, the flavoring is just going to be some cinnamon that I add into the batter. But the third one, I'm going to add some chopped cranberries. We add some fresh chopped cranberries. So I'm going to put those in one of the donuts and see how that turns out. I have turned my oven on to preheat to 350 degrees, and I am now greasing my donut pan with some coconut oil, which I've ordered a new pan because like these donut hole things are lower than the top of this. So I end up with like half muffin, half donut all the time. All right, so I'm going to start by mixing together my dry ingredients. So I need a quarter cup, no, sorry, I need a half cup of almond flour plus 1 tablespoon. So there's my half cup of flour and 1 tablespoon. And then I need 2 tablespoons of my sweetener, so I'm going to use allulose. A quarter teaspoon of baking soda. And then my cinnamon, my ground cinnamon. So I'm going to put in a teaspoon of cinnamon. Okay, and then I'm just going to mix these together. The cinnamon smells so good. Okay, and then in a separate bowl, I'm going to mix together my wet ingredients. So I need a quarter teaspoon of apple cider vinegar. A tablespoon of milk. And 1 egg. I'm going to whisk these together. Okay, and then I'm going to combine the two. And according to the recipe, I don't want to overmix these. So I'm just going to mix until they are well combined. Okay. And then I will get, well, you're supposed to put it into like a zip top bag. But the problem is that I want to make sure that I have some with my cranberries in it. So I'm just going to kind of like scoop it into my donut pan. All right, and then I'm just gonna mix in, I don't know how much cranberries. Maybe, I wonder if a tablespoon is gonna be too much. I'm gonna try it. I'm gonna try a tablespoon of my cranberries. Okay. Oh, those smell good too. Okay, that's not so bad. Okay, as soon as my oven is preheated, I will get these in. They need to bake for 12 to 15 minutes. My donuts are out of the oven and I allowed them to rest for 5 minutes. And now I'm going to try getting them out. And I should have known that would not work. This is supposed to be a nonstick pan and it's not. Okay, so let me grab a tool. It actually looks like a donut. That's kind of amazing. Number 2 and then my cranberry one. Okay, I will allow these to cool completely. They smell a little overdone. I did leave them in for an extra minute just because these two weren't quite set. So maybe it's just, yeah, I think it's just this one that smells just a little overdone, and that makes sense to me. Okay, I'm gonna allow these to cool and then we'll taste test. Okay, so these are mostly cool and they really are like holding their shape and their texture. They're really like they feel like a donut. So I'm going to try one that does not have cranberries in it first. And when I pull it apart, it's not all wet and sticky, so it really has so far the texture of a donut. I think I would like a little more flavor profile to it. Like there is no vanilla extract like added to it, and I kind of feel like it needs that. And there's just a hint of cinnamon flavor. Maybe if you glazed it, you wouldn't really notice it, but just as far as like the donut itself, I feel like there should have been some vanilla extract in that batter. All right, now I'm going to try it with the cranberries in it. Mm. That was a good amount of cranberries to use. And the cranberry with the cinnamon is really, really good. Again, I feel like the dough just needs a little something, and probably vanilla extract would be the thing. So this is definitely a recipe that I'll experiment with a little bit more to see if I can get that perfect donut.